Yeah, this chunk's missing, or the chunk constructor is missing. The mapping's supposed to be the other way around. It was to allow people. That's the whole point of this. Uh, with y being down here on the indexing, you are capped. You have to have y at a specific value. It has to actually equal 256. Otherwise, it winds up going up into it winds up going into this. It shifts it the wrong way. You wind up affecting x and z. I think. Though there's a multiplication here, which strange. Oh, this is doing the other way around. That's even stranger. Okay, yeah, that's really strange. The Y's still on the bottom, but it is shifting it differently. The chunk constructor that I put in had Y at the top, which means all of my generation is broken. Every bit of it. Oops. It'd be easier if I could exemplify next to the code that used to be there.
They'll have your old environment around?
I do.
Chat saying variable chunk height, I assume, is the issue?
Yes, variable chunk height is the issue.
What I thought as well.
Shoot. Hang on, I'm just trying to reinstate my old thing so it'll work again. I'm gonna have to do this anyway because apparently I need to fix the 1.6.4 build.
Yep.
Okay, so let's try opening that up again. It still didn't. Yeah, that one. CPW managed to find the name of the constructor. I think that's the one I'm referring to, yeah. Short IDs, byte metadata. The biggest thing was that the indexing is weird here. The indexing for the one I wrote had Y as the top. It was fairly certain it did anyway. Yes. Short array containing all the block IDs to set this chunk to. X is low order, Z is mid, Y is high. Yep. And that was the bit order for this thing. At this point, I don't know if this is X or Z, but looks like X is high order, Z is mid, and Y is low. Which means in order to actually do your indexing, you have to shift things around, and it doesn't make sense to index it that way. So I had the indexing inverted. Yeah, it's not here. It's gone. So my generation won't work, period. This looks like it does most the same thing, except the indexing is completely backwards. Did Minecraft add this constructor? Or did Forge add this constructor? If this is vanilla, then we don't actually need to change it, because they've added it. They did it stupid, but they added it. Oh. I did. No, there's no way to differentiate at this point. What it means is I'm going to have to rewrite every bit of my generation code.
Oh boy.
Yep. At the moment, I can leave it. It's just going to generate, you know, in a really odd way, because the indexing is backwards. Sable, it won't work. This is the constructor for chunk. It's the constructor for chunk. I can't do anything but construct a chunk this way. And there's no way to do it. Well, a remapper would be a lot of execution time per chunk. It'd be you'd have to duplicate the entire array and do the remapping. This would be a linear time operation on the entire array.
During chunk generation.
During chunk generation, for every chunk. So it'd be linear time operation per chunk. Which, at most I can be annoyed at it. I can't change this if it's vanilla. The problem is we can't add another constructor without some way of differentiating which chunk constructor we're talking about.
Chunk constructor takes an additional boolean and the boolean does nothing. That's clean code right there.
Oh yes. I don't like doing that. So...
Wasn't seriously suggesting it.
I know. Yeah. Well, probably wind up figuring that out later. There's a constructor without the arrays. There is. It's even public, which is kind of strange. Yeah, okay, that'd work. And then set it that way using different indexing. That'd work. Is there a method to set things? Probably not. No, not cheaply. I could set the storage arrays. I could just do this using the empty constructor and then, or the simple constructor, base constructor, whatever we call it.
Yeah.
And then do all this in my own function. What is this? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I could do that and then just set the arrays myself. Okay. That'll work. Alright, so... It would save me a lot of work. That's a good point, CPW. Thank you. And then I don't have to care about how Minecraft wants to do anything at all. So I just do it my way. Which works much better for a lot of Mystcraft. Exactly. Alright. So I'll make that a fix me. And we'll come back to it. There's not a lot of things to fix in here. Oops. Okay. That's down here. Can snow out. I wonder what these became. And those are just function renames. Alright, back to doing... Oh dear. Oh yeah, I don't care about the ID anymore. Okay. It's just gone. Of course, all of these are just gone. I wonder how this works now. I'll have to go check.
Playing FTL, and I arrive at a quiet spaceport and are immediately hailed by another ship at port with a once-in-a-lifetime deal. I get 5 scrap for giving them 2 drone parts.
Oh, was
It's
it not
not-
your Nigerian general offering you
Yeah.
a few million?
Now, see, a once-in-a-lifetime deal in FTL would be a weapon pre-igniter for 2 drone parts, or a cloaking system for 2 drone parts. 5 fuel for 2 drone parts is just a decent trade.
Somebody in chat's asking about the fix me and was suggesting that it's there so that people that look at the GitHub can fix it for me, but I don't have a GitHub. it's closed source.
That's what you think.
I'm down to 1,343 errors.
Yay! BBW is saying someone's screen capping the stream so they can rebuild Mystcraft.
Yeah, really. I've wondered if, over the course of all the streams I've ever done, I've actually just demonstrated all of the source code in Mystcraft, but I know that the answer to that is no.
Would be pretty amusing though.
Yeah, it would be, rather impressive. But no, I know that there's lots of code that the stream has never seen.
There's code the stream has never seen. Also,
There is
I can't
gloom
sing, but
and
that's a sign.
doom and things go boom. Alright.
Okay.
How does this work now, I wonder?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Item list doesn't even exist anymore. How do you establish the item forms of blocks?
1 second, I'll find the code.
That's not there anymore. It's probably been renamed.
Oh, that's a shame. Playing FTL and I thought maybe I could teleport enemy crew onto my ship with a crew teleporter.
This would have
That'd
blocked
be pretty fun. Unfortunately, no.
Alright, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Item.get item from block. So there's an item registry, add object. Okay. What are these numbers? Ah, it's the block ID. So were these hard-coded again? Really? Wow. Alright, well, let's build a cool new system and then not do it right. Good job.
PPW is saying don't do it this way.
Yeah. Yeah, this is vanilla. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to plug into it. So obviously I'm supposed to add it to here because that's how we get the item by ID. No, I don't actually care to get the item by ID, do I? Get item from blog.
Nope.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah. My general rule is if you can avoid using the ID, you're probably
Yeah.
should.
I don't care about the IDs. I don't want to use them at all, basically.
I'm just trying to remember where in these
Alright.
1,000-line classes
CBW's got
I
me
have
some
that
code snippet here. So, iron chest block equals new iron block iron chest game registry register block iron chest block item iron chest dot class block iron chest registered in the game registry, and that will cover the item creation for it. Pass in the item block. Okay.
Yeah, I probably should have looked through one of CPW's mods that I maintain and not Tinker's. Tinker's, those class, that stuff is buried in 1,000-line classes.
I need to move away from these. Does it matter what name I give it? Should I give it the same name as up here, or...
I believe so. Once the stream catches up. But the unlocalized name is what's used for the, like...
the localization.
Localization. This is what, like, if somebody were to pull Mystcraft : foobar out of the game registry, it's literally it would be pulling foobar out of the game registry if you typed in foobar there.
The name match what it was in 1.6. I'm not sure where that was. Tile entities.
It would probably be these names you've got your ed part mapping to. It looks like from your code there.
I'm not sure what you're talking about at the very moment. Say it again.
You have some registry you're linking in the Mystcraft.java. It's up quite a bit. I see my stream. Like, I don't see it on my screen.
Registry I was linking.
It looked like an internal registry of yours.
Figs. I'm not sure I actually had them registered in names. That's bad. I was thinking these were the names.
Used it was a little below the structure IO. Your tile entity.add mapping, I would use those names. I would use whatever.
Well, that's the tile entity mappings.
It needs similar names. I mean, that would be the style of names you would want, probably.
Yeah, well, these are the style of name I want. Yeah, I apparently didn't have game registry mappings for my blocks.
Does that mean they're not going to survive an upgrade?
That means they wouldn't survive a 1.7 update.
Alright, well that's the second reason to update
Mm-hmm.
1.6. Definitely make note of that. In fact, I'm going to as well.
Alright.
No programmer should be without several whiteboards and maybe a dry erase board as well. Or wet erase board.
I prefer the 30 or 40 tabs in some enhanced notepad program.
Okay.
It automatically has your mod ID appended, so you might not necessarily need to have the miss dot part in there, unless you choose to.
CBW,
Yeah.
it was spitting a warning at me, and then I changed my project structure, and it stopped spitting a warning at me. So, I stopped paying attention to it. I couldn't figure out where the warning went. I figured I'd fixed it. Okay, Mist is redundant. I won't worry about that.
But yeah, just it dumps your mod ID colon that name in the. And that's how you would pull it out of the registry.
Alright. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's a very nice upgrade, CPW. Is that vanilla?
CPW is commenting that it's also used in the give command, these block names.
So you no longer have
I
to remember
believe so.
ID.
Because it would be Minecraft colon cobblestone, I believe. Or
Very nice.
How does this work? I previously had to pass in the fluid instance to... Does this mean my item block thing cannot do anything but take the block ID?
so I need to wait for it to show up on my screen.
There's a Varargs? Cool.
I'm gonna refresh this because I have a feeling it's more further behind than it should be.
Okay, cool. Oh. Go. Yeah, this became the blocks.
Heh.
That's actually one of the errors introduced by my
Find and replace.
yeah, find and replace stuff. What's his CPW saying here at this point? It uses the types to find the constructor at the item. So we need to match. We got a block passed in as well. Yep. Okay, so fix server-side stuff, and I also need to okay, sound type. Okay. Probably don't reference it anywhere else but here. What happened to set unlocalized name?
Set block on localized names. Somebody screwed something up in the naming.
Became set block name? Yeah. That's just a dumb rename thing.
There are a couple that people derped and it like drove me insane.
Hmm. We'll see. That is in fact what it became, which is strange. Is this what you were talking about? CBW was suggesting a name and replacement for this, but it didn't actually do. It might just be a list. No. Let's do it this way. Why was I bothering? Isn't this exactly what the upper one does? It is. Should be exactly what it does in the upper one, so... yeah. I don't know why I bothered doing that. Alright. Create new tile entity. That's gonna be fun. I'm still just trying to stick to block IDs and stuff like that at the moment. Okay. Oh. Okay. It's interesting. That went from being an array to an individual variable, which is logical.
It's surprising.
Yeah.
Some of the level of logic that went into something, it amazed me at first.
It's almost reasonable.
The only thing that wasn't was when people took names that have existed since people started playing Minecraft and just renamed them randomly.
Yeah.
Lex found out at one point, went on a rampage and started changing them all back, but we won't see that till the next version we update to.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, CPW is right. It used to be a static array of all blocks by ID, now it's an instance variable, which, yeah, is entirely logical, and that's kind of the thing. Logic? We didn't expect logic!
The only place I've found logic in the Minecraft codebase before is AI. Everything else. No.
Depends on who wrote it. Their lot and their code style depends on what we all think of it. Because some of the Mojang devs have very, very, very different coding styles.
Yep.
There's actually a set block to air, I believe.
Keep going.
There is no 1.8 yet, thus there will not be a 1.8 forge till at some point after 1.8 is out.
Yeah. It's kind of how that works. That's not supposed to be a blocks. It's supposed to be block. God, that's gonna be confusing. I have no idea what this line was supposed to do. Because the name changes got so strange here. Okay. Should mostly do that. How many errors did I start with? A little under 2,000. A little over 1,000 now.
Well, considering how long you've been at it, that's not too bad.
Mm.
Of course, it's going to be the last 2 that's going to bug everything.
Yeah,
And
the
ruin
last
your
few will be
remainder of
interesting.
sanity.
This goes from ID to block, and this is going to be all kinds of fun to fix.
Yeah, like, when I did Natura, half of which looks like notch code, it took me 12 hours to go through 2,500 out of 2,700 hours. And one or two other people did the other 200 for me. Tinkers had maybe 7,000, but I also did that before the names were updated.
I'm basically just running through the code, fixing whatever, strikes my fancy at the very moment. Which generally comes down to what's really easy to fix right now. How much of the code is broken? Most of it. It's pretty much how this is going. Kind of how a lot of it was expected to go, but...
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not talking too much at the very moment. I wish I had something entertaining to be talking about. Maybe I should pick a topic that I can talk about and code at the same time. Somebody got one? No idea what it's going to become.
Don't expect me to talk too much. I'm putting food in my mouth.
That's good reason not to be talking.
XComp, next time you're in my TeamSpeak, please tell that to Kyle.
Whoosh. Alright, I like these, full text replacement things. I can fix lots of errors in one go.
Yep. That and Control-Shift-O.
Oh yes, Control-Shift-O is handy. Alright, so... I should probably just do the same thing here as I did on the .block ID. Place them all. I'm gonna fix some of them. Yay! That's convenient.
DPW has suggested a topic, cheeses of the world.
Cheeses of the world. I'm not very well versed in the cheeses of the world.
Go watch the Cheese Shop sketch by Monty Python.
You got any bear claws?
Oh god.
I have a whole...
You got any apple fritters?
I've got a whole bunch of bear puns.
That works.
but they're a bit polarizing. Alright. I should probably just replace that for everything, except it's probably going to affect the item too.
That right now, all I've got is this box of 12 starving, crazed weasels. So I said, okay, I'll take that.
What are you referencing?
Weird Al.
Albuquerque by Weird Al, which is that part of the song was basically a reinterpretation of Cheese Shop sketch from Monty Python. I'm having to actively avoid starting Monty Python quotes, and then whenever I start quoting Monty Python, then it gets into Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein and
Which is not stream
Baseballs.
appropriate, as funny as it is.
I don't know. There are a few parts.
There's a few parts.
Yeah.
Spaceballs we could probably get away with. Blazing Saddles, of course not.
Hmm. Anybody know what get block dropped became?
Let's see. Eclipse, can I find you?
Alright, I was in the middle of something over here. Let's pull up this one. I haven't fixed this one yet. All that. There isn't a method for set light value anymore. Apparently.
Oh god, I've got like, no wonder my computer's acting like a 2-year-old. I've got like 99 things open in Eclipse.
Chat's saying that as far as bear puns go, you must know some unbearable puns.
I do, in fact.
Block.get drops.
Yep. So, I'm actually going to replace that across everything, everywhere. Because it might fix a number of them. Blocks list. This doesn't exist anywhere anymore. Just becomes that. Set block. Blocks to air. You can no longer get the block material from the world. Okay. I'll figure out how to do that later. Held player is block. I want to be Mozart. It's bad. I know.
Hey, I like the bad puns, don't worry.
He actually started it because instead of a K he used an H, so he really was Bach.
I saw.
What is your problem here? Why you not work? Because there is no longer a block stationary. It is now block static liquid. Yes. Um... A lot of stuff here. Alright, so... There we go. Duplicate local variable block. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Lava and water. Okay. Yay. Gliding desk. Don't need to fix anything over here. Symbol spheres is apparently still broken. Oh, yeah. Let's fix this way. This used to be short. Now it's long. Now it's block.
Sound muted. Sound resumed.
There we go. We'll change this to block here, and it should affect all of the things that implement the interface, and that will work better. Continue. Terrain generator will do the same thing. Alright, anything interesting over there in chat?
Not particularly. Questions about if the next version will still have instability configs.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that right now.
Other than that, it's pretty quiet.
Okay. There's so many things to fix, and I am so easily distracted. I keep bouncing around and missing some things. And...
Yep, luckily, the list constantly updates and keeps you
yeah.
up to date on what still needs to be
ID
fixed.
cannot be resolved and is not a field. I can actually replace all those. In fact, let's go to block descriptor. Change that back to ID. And that'll resolve to a lot of things. Just continue. And then change it to block. Forge subscribe cannot be resolved. What is it now?
Interesting. Let me go look.
Is it
Forge subscribe 172 is a Google suggestion. The annotation is now at subscribe event.
Okay.
It was also moved into FML.
FML,
instead of
yeah.
Forge. Yep, chat's now catching up with us.
Yep. Whoosh. Fixes. Font renderer cannot be resolved to anything. Font renderer object, I think. This is getting into the GUIs and how... Yeah, let's just keep doing that. Alright, what did it become?
So based on watching timestamps, it looks like Twitch is currently about 40 seconds delay.
Okay.
I still miss when it was about a 2-second delay, and it was based on your network connection and encoding speed.
Yeah.
Makes it really hard to interact with people.
It really
with that
does.
Forced 40-second delay.
Alright, let's go back to problems list. Cannot cast from block to short. That's okay. You don't need to be. Oops. Find, replace short with block. Place all. Import. I apparently just changed it here, so... what do
Sound
we do?
muted. Sound
Keep hitting
resumed.
that. It's not even what I'm going to be hitting. Change it back to short real quick. Just go. Do it. Do what I say. And now, block. Just do it. Thank you. Alright. Would a short block be a slab? Probably. Okay. Yeah, I'm down a long way for errors here. Getting there, getting there. There's one more error in here. There. Just a name change. Cool! That's one more map gym thing fixed.
Alright.
Uh,
Dad has noticed that you have 500 fewer errors than you had before.
yeah.
Rampage!
Sort of. I Entity falling block cannot be resolved, apparently. What? There is now an entity falling block in Minecraft. Yay. Bite buff buffer. Okay. I was not playing any music earlier, though there was probably Minecraft music in the background. I've sung a little bit. Let's see here. Just keep going. Import. Yes. Alright. I can no longer get the block material that way. Is get block guaranteed to return not null?
Probably not. Get block in what context?
World.getBlock.
I wouldn't trust that.
Looks like it defaults to air.
Ah.
At least tries to. If it fails, then it's on the Minecraft side. So,
Yep.
held players suggesting what is love.
No.
I love the speed
This-
of that response.
And this is the Morphe, and the Morphe has spoken. No.
No. Okay.
CPW is confirming he thinks it will return block air as well.
Okay. Why is this not working? Oh, it's because it's returning the other error. Alright.
World.getBlock should never be null. Okay.
Excellent.
Good to
Apparently my husband thought I was saying no to him because he just appeared with a piece of cake.
Why in the world would he believe
So-
you said no to cake?
You chased him down, I assume.
No, he just put it in front of me and said, here. And I'm like, oh, well, okay.
Cake!
Oh. CPW said he believes the vanilla code has a 1.7 not nullable annotation in there.
Cool.
So if that's the case, can we rely on 1.7 features.
Probably? No. Oh dear!
Oh boy, what'd you do?
No, I write entity to MBT. I need to keep track of what block is in the entity.
Ah,
Well, this
oh.
does it.
Okay. CPW said no because he believes they stripped the annotation before distribution.
Okay.
For internal testing, there's a not nullable annotation, but... Okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much, CPW. Cat is requesting that you sing the Macarena.
I respectfully decline.
Hey, Macarena.
That's what Marathi's for.
Looks like there's only 2 episodes of Warehouse 13 left.
I'll use this method.
So, Hamster Donkey, the singing requests have been declined. Coming up with other songs for people to sing is not going to happen.
By the way, future-proof, use int. Short will not be valid at 1.8.
I'm a step ahead of you.
That's from CPW. Okay. Alright. Just making sure you got that.
I'd already done that. It's just doing that. Okay. Does this become right? Right. I need to determine what the block ID is across. I can assume that the block IDs will be the same across client and server, right? Right?
I would also make that assumption. I can't give you an answer, though.
Okay, I've almost got this fixed.
Chat saying, remember what they say about when you assume. I'm going to assume you mean assuming is almost always correct, and that's how we get by as a species. And if we didn't assume, then we'd waste a lot of time with redundant questions all the time.
Yep.
By that same token, the saying is also correct that every once in a while it will epically backfire on you.
Yes.
Yeah,
It will.
occasionally.
Well, I'm prepared for a lot of things to epically backfire on me here, so it'd just be amongst the puddle. Or maybe it'd be a puddle amongst the ocean. I'm not sure. Oh, CPW apparently wrote the code that synchronizes the server and client.
Oh.
Good golly, CPW, thank you.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
And a whole bunch of set block 0 things here, so... There we go.
CPW is saying you might want to change that. Some mods probably don't want their item blocks dropped.
That's a good point. Where was it? Drop item. How should I handle that then? I could just remove it entirely. It's supposed to be a fallback for if the block could not be placed. But I have no particular method for determining... I could,
Notification.
I could do block dot. Yeah, that's what I'm trying here. Portion should be false, right? Or 0. I can't do that! This isn't a block in the world! It's a block concept. I can give it the metadata, but I can't give it... It's not a specific block, it's the idea of a block. I can do this. Get item dropped. And get quantity dropped. I just
So if
can't
you
do
drop
a
a
world-aware
clay block in
version
there-
of this function.
So if you drop a clay block in there, it's going to drop 4 clay balls out.
No, the thing is that, well, yeah, that's what it'd wind up doing. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to do that then. Alright, so... I'm gonna make this into a function. Handle drops.
Okay. Adios, CPW.
See you, CPW. Thanks!
See you later, CPW.
Okay, items equals gets drops. 4 items stack in items. I forgot to name the item stack variable here.
CPW has left the building now. Expect XComp's frustration levels to go up by 300%.
Yep. I'm about to encounter something that will not make any sense, and everything will crash and burn and die.
That's how updating Minecraft versions goes.
Okay. Oh.
The sound of XCOM frustration begins.
No, just kind of the tedium. So many errors.
What are you down to now?
1099.
Alright.
Getting there.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I don't want to rename my entity falling block until I've made sure that everybody's pointing at the right entity falling block, otherwise they may wind up pointing at the vanilla entity falling block, which isn't the one I want. Because I made mine for a reason. Yeah. That should fix all the stuff. Yeah, and that should do the thing that CBW wanted. Okay. Oops. And what are the errors here? Set block.
Oh, fun.
What was that?
I had fun. So just run that latest version of Mystcraft for testing.
Yeah, there's a server.
There's a slight issue, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was reported
yeah,
on the
server
forums
crash,
within
apparently.
like 5 minutes of the release.
Ah,
Yep.
well, I didn't know it
Gotta be
went
taken care
straight
of.
to the release actually.
Yeah. That'll be taken care of, and then probably have to do some work to make sure you can update your world to 1.7.
Yep.
Looking forward to seeing some of that refactoring in action.
I have no idea what this function did.
Yeah, it was supposed to be quick and easy, you know, just replace this here and there, and then 1 or 2 conundrums.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I've learned
very few
I've
things have
learned-
changed.
with programming, just like with cars, supposed to be easy is at least a 3-hour process, if not longer.
Mm-hmm. That's about how it works. Relevant XKCD, actually. See how good my Google foo is.
Usually strong with you.
Yep. Found the relevant XKCD. Right at the bottom of TeamSpeak. Also threw it in chat.
Oh dear.
%40 of OpenBSD installs lead to shark attacks. It's their only standing security issue.
Alright, so move that. Okay. Move that over here. And then we... Oh dear. There is no network mod annotation. CPW left me. Oh, no, it's okay. There he is, he found
Networking
it.
is redone.
No, I didn't. Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, just get rid of the network mod annotation.
I'll have to sort out network later as I go through other things. Okay, how do I set whether or not something's harvestable with certain tools now?
It's inside. They moved it where it should have been all along, I believe. Like
Well, that makes sense, but
inside
where is that?
like inside the blocks and items.
Okay, so...
So you just do like block dk.instance and you'd have to set it from there.
set harvest level. Okay. That's easy. And I'll move these around once I get everything stable. Okay. Oh dear, I have no idea.
I'm gonna go be social somewhere else. I'm gonna continue watching, but yeah, I know. Well, it's
Okay.
not like I'm contributing a lot.
Anybody
Audience.
know what... See you! Anybody know what set light value...
God, that one
became?
took me like 3 hours to find out. I'm gonna see if one of my other devs is on.
Yeah, I should really get Forge Gradle set up so I can actually look things up and not just go, I typed something into the address bar in Chrome, and it's not loading, but I'm still getting the stream and I'm still in TeamSpeak.
became set light level, I think. Yes.
Aha, there we go.
Alright. Thank you, Sora. Let's see. How about create new tile entity? Apparently that's supposed to have an int now. I don't know what the int is supposed to mean. Metadata! Lockers. Well, this is going to be interesting. Storage probably just became get block. Let's see. No. Okay. Keep going. Da-da-da-da. Okay. I import that. Oops. Okay. More stuff. Oops. And then change that to 0. Oof. There's a lot of errors here. They just keep coming. Some of them are easy enough to fix, some of them take a bit more work. Send. No idea how any of that's going to work anymore. I used to know most of the network code. Now I don't have a clue.
Yeah, it looks like it's been completely redone from what I've seen in
It
chat.
was completely redone and I barely understand it.
I'm a step ahead of you guys then, because I never bothered to learn it in the first place. And now I only have to learn it once.
Neither did I.
I would say my entire job is to sit here and look pretty, but, well, I actually have to go.
Okay. Goodbye.
Oh, you're heading out?
Thank you for joining us.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Your life takes
See you later.
Yep.
precedence words. Blarg. See you
Lord.
next time.
Yep. Alright, adios.
Okay.
Held is enjoying a little schadenfreude. You're breaking your head over network code as well?
Not yet.
Yay! Ah.
Okay. I've got most of these things fixed now. That's great. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. I'm down to 1,020. 1,019. Rounding a little bit.
Alright. So I stopped working on Unity stuff because I was having trouble focusing on it and chat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to go play FTL for a little bit. And now I've quit out of FTL because I still want to program.
Yeah. Did tall grass become just grass?
For
Probably
some of the
not.
vanilla stuff, your best bet is looking at the wiki. Because those use the names that you use in those codes, so your best bet usually is to just look at the wiki if you're not sure the name.
Alright. Not Minecraft wiki, minecraft.gamepedia.com. And we go blocks.
There it is, it just became tall grass. With a lowercase g. And dead bush became dead bush with a lowercase b.
That doesn't seem very useful as a change.
It's completely useless as a change. Okay, oops, I keep doing that. Item. Let's look at. Item coal. Yeah, there isn't a parent one anymore, so just remove. Okay. Alright, let's see here. This is the only thing left. And oops. Change that to item. Oops. Change that to tab. Okay, tabs then. List. Okay. Change these to block. Change that to just water. Yeah, I'm glad the bugs aren't over 9,000 myself. Alright. That was easy. Okay. Blocks list. This is the last one of these. And that was easy! Cool. Block snow. Snow? I don't know. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Oops. In stone.
Yeah, it says you've crossed the 1,000 threshold.
I have! Yay!
Alright.
Celebrate! Okay.
Oh, and to those of you in chat who may be thinking as soon as the counter reaches 0, he'll run it and it'll all be fine. No, it's going to crash several times.
Oh, yes,
That's
of course.
just how it works. The compiler is just catching bugs that it knows about, and it doesn't know about all the bugs.
Why are these done through block crystal? Alright, there's still a whole lot of errors. Part of that's because this is supposed to be block. Okay. Oops, that's supposed to be block. That's why the arrow was. Alright.
Out of curiosity, do you remember which version of Forge you downloaded?
I downloaded 1060, but I'm using 1065.
Roger that.
Okay, what else? Bounding box cannot be resolved to a variable. That's worth a shot. Like that. Well, this is component village stuff anyway, so yeah, not looking at that yet. Okay.
B drive, workspaces, Minecraft. We'll do. Great.
So move that. That. And make that block. And make that block's air. Rub. Alright.
Alright.
I'm down to 970.
Alright. Alright, so using Minecraft Gradle as my root, workspace is Minecraft Gradle. Should I put my Eclipse workspace in Gradle or not Eclipse, IntelliJ? Should I put it in Gradle / IntelliJ and then have a separate project folder for each of my projects?
I
and
can't
link them?
think in abstract words right now.
No worries.
But I can show you what I wound up doing.
Alright.
Basically, this is the folder where all my Gradle-based Minecraft projects go. The Eclipse folder's here. Once all the Gradle things set up, it has its own little project folder here. And the source is just here.
Alright. And I finally see an Explorer window.
Yeah.
Okay. The Gradle, and then Eclipse and Mystcraft. So Eclipse is your workspace,
Mm-hmm.
and Mystcraft is your project. Okay. Yep, that's exactly how I was thinking of setting it up. New folder.
Oh, yay. That's just all completely dead.
Since all of my current mods rely on yours, I'm just going to make a test mod. And that.
Alright, what's done?